Hey everybody! Well, in part due to weather, in part due to my jobby job, and in part due to general malaise, it was kind of a dull winter. I didn't have a lot of successful outings as far as gathering. I did some pretty good hunting back in the fall. But now the days are getting warm, the nights are crisp and cold, so I've come down to one of my favorite stomping grounds here to poke around for some mushrooms. I actually tried to make it out here with Luna last week over the mountaintops, but we ran into some snow up there and we couldn't make it over here, so today I took the flatland route. It was an absolutely stunning drive out here. And then to arrive to this area where I've spent tons of time, but this is the first time I've been here since fire just tore through here in the summer. And just to see it in this condition compared to the last time I was here, it's just unreal. But the silver lining is that should make for some pretty good mushroom picking, so I'm gonna get out there, see if I can find any little damp or moist pockets out here, and there is where I should find some morels. Scorched earth, baby. That's where the morels grow. I haven't really been mushroom picking since chanterelle season back in the fall. And when I'm picking morels, I kind of got to switch up modes. When I'm doing chanterelles, I'm kind of looking out here a little bit because those things kind of glow and you can pick them off from a bit of a distance. But when I'm picking morels, I got to be looking right down here because these guys are really difficult to see. Those are some beauties right there. There's not a ton of them out here, and they're getting a little bit dry, but they're still pretty primo, and I can definitely get a meal's worth. Oh, there's one over by a beer bottle. There's some nice fresh ones. Still moist and tender. When you're down cutting some, also do a nice low scan because that's how you spot a lot of them, just poking up from the ground. Let's get this beer bottle out of here. Now, for what it's worth, here are a few of my best mushroom picking tips for you, and these apply to mushroom picking or berry picking or rock hounding or whatever you're out there doing. And the first one, of course, is just get out there. You're not going to find a lot of mushrooms just sitting at home on the couch, at least not this kind of mushroom. Secondly, keep in mind that the terrain and the foliage is going to kind of naturally push you to the path of least resistance. And remember that it's done the same to everybody that was out there ahead of you, so if you make the effort to kind of hump it over that log that you might not normally, or push through a little more dense brush than you would, you might find a little more success. But also, start hunting the moment your boots hit the ground. I can't tell you how many times I found a nice patch of mushrooms just directly outside of the pullout, the parking area where I'm at. So start hunting the second you're out there. And, ooh, yeah, never lose your bearings out here. That is how tragedy happens. Also, remember to go slow and be meticulous. These things are pretty hard to see, so take your time and really focus. And, of course, whenever possible, try and leave the woods a little nicer than it was when you found it. So pick up that piece of trash if you see it and you can carry it. and make things a little nicer for everybody. All right, there we go. Now, I've got what I need, so it's time to head back home and see about cooking up a delicious mushroom dish. I've got some beautiful venison loin here from the deer that I got this fall. And if you don't have venison, of course, beef works really well with this recipe. It's going to be a very rich sauce though, so I recommend kind of a leaner cut of beef, like a top sirloin on the cheaper side, and of course a fillet if you want to get real fancy. And apart from that, I've got my morels, a little bit of shallot. I've got some cream and some sherry and a little bit of chives for garnish, and this will come together real quick and be really delicious. So we'll just hit that venison with a nice sprinkling of salt, some fresh cracked pepper, and we're ready to sear that. Put some oil, butter, and venison loin. This is going to cook fast, just a couple minutes per side, because overcooked venison is a tragedy. Little fresh butter. Let that cool down just a hair. Sherry. Once that reduces way down, come in with that cream. I'm just going to simmer that for a little bit until it gets a little thicker. let's see how we did. First, I'll just try that morel mushroom. If there's one thing about a morel, those things are built to hold sauce. All those pockets. Oh yeah, that is delicious. Super umami bomb. Oh, now let's see about getting a taste of the whole thing. Oh my. Looks perfectly done. Check out that bite. Oh man. That right there is the true taste of the wild. Oh, it tastes so rich, but also so clean. So rich and so clean. Absolutely fantastic and so easy and quick to make. You just got to get out there and find the ingredients. So get out there and have the time of your lives. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah.